All right, we've watched a couple videos from this guy, BigFryTV, and generally speaking, he grabs like the latest title of clickbait for like what's going on with Star Citizen. You know, like, oh, this doesn't work. Oh, this sucks. Oh, this is never going to get done. These are the types of things I see from Big Fry in terms of Star Citizen. I haven't watched a lot of Big Fry's content other than the Star Citizen content that he's got, but most of the content I've seen from Big Fry is he's focusing on the newest problem of Star Citizen. Hey, it's his right. It's his channel. He can focus on whatever he wants to focus on. He can speculate however he wants about it. It's his right to do so. But generally speaking, everything I've seen from him when it comes to Star Citizen content is the house is on fire. Watch out. Run out of the house. Now, I've only seen like 2 or 3 videos from him, but from what I've seen, that's kind of like the summary of the videos I've seen in regards to Big Fry's Star Citizen coverage. Now, let's see what he has to say now that we've had CitizenCon. Squadron 42 has my full attention. I'm very curious to see. I can almost tell you right now that he's going to tell you. I haven't seen anything, okay? You guys pick what it is that we watch, and we watch it together here on the morning show. Hi, welcome to DG360. And I can tell you what I've seen en masse after CitizenCon, and that is that most people that are putting Star Citizen in the target hairs are now taking the target off, and they're pretending like they didn't ever have it under the sights. Dead to rights. They're pretending like they never did that. So now what's going to happen is Big Fry's going to tell you that Squadron 42 is the best game ever he has ever seen in his entire life. That is my prediction.
Squadron 42 was shown off this year at CitizenCon, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on everything. My name is Big Fry, and this could possibly be the greatest looking game of all time.
This is not just a Big Fry thing. This is like 90% of the Star Citizen content creators out there that for a year and a half felt as if they had Star Citizen dead to rights, and then CitizenCon smashed a large pie in all their faces, and they just decided to move left and dodge the pie like the pie never existed. And now this is what seems to be happening, and you guys are watching these people and not holding them accountable at all for their opinions or their speculation that has been guiding you to believe that it's never coming out, that it's all a scam, or there's bad things happening and you better watch out because Cloud Imperium doesn't know what they're doing. And now, wait a second, let's rewind that and let's just hear that one more time here.
Squadron 42 was shown off this year at CitizenCon, and I'm here to give you guys my thoughts on everything. My name is Big Fry, and this could possibly be the greatest looking game of all time.
It's crazy. It's crazy is what it is, Aether. It's crazy. No accountability, not even a sorry, not even apologizing for the path that they were leading you down, or their fans, or the people that were devotedly watching those channels for their speculation, their commentary, not even an acknowledgement, not even like, oh yeah, you know, I just would like to inform my viewers that I was of this particular nature and perception and perspective with this, and now I've changed my stance. No footnote, nothing.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
The other day on stream, I reacted with you guys to the Squadron 42 I Held the Line video. 26 minutes showcasing Squadron 42, the development of Squadron 42, which is the single player portion of Star Citizen. And holy shit, does this game look unreal.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Every time. Every time.
Incredible environment visuals, lighting that blows almost anything else that I have seen out of the water, environmental destruction, like literally everything in this video looks way too good to be true, right? Well, according to Chris Roberts, Squadron 42 is feature complete and has entered the polishing and cleanup stage and still has no release date in sight.
Put a 1 in chat if that makes you sick, man. I'm telling you what, me, as somebody that actually creates content, well, I haven't created any content of my own forever. I've been watching everybody else's content, but I would like to think that I'm my own form of content. I'm going to put a 1 in there because I'm tired of seeing content creators do this. I think it's shady and sketch. And like generally it makes me feel sick because I'm the person actually like creating a community of people. And, you know, I want to make sure that my community is connected to me and that I'm up for it and I am me. I am me for my audience. Real. I'm so tired of the fake bullshit. I am so tired of these people getting up there and literally all they want to do is make money. They just want to make money. They're not doing it for the passion. They're not doing it for the heart of it. They're just doing it for the next project or the next thing for them to do so that they can make their money. They're not doing it because they love to do it. I don't feel that. I just feel like it's completely like when I watch this, the vibe I get is that this is fake. That this is fake. You got a guy who's been literally trashing it forever and now doesn't even mention it. Doesn't even mention his point of view or his perspective for over a year and a half. Everything's cool now. Everything's cool now.
Being said, this might be the first time I actually feel confident about Squadron 42 being real, but even more so, actually being good? We still don't know a lot about the nitty-gritty details, but before I get into my opinions, we need to talk about what Squadron 42 is and what we can expect from launch with the information that we know. Squadron 42 is obviously the single-player portion of Star Citizen, but it's actually only the first episode in a 3-part trilogy.
Hold on a second. Pepe, wake up. Pepe, you just passed down on the board and you hit a whole bunch of buttons with your head. Are you okay? Are you okay? Sorry, Pepe had an accident. Pepe just tripped and he landed on the board real quick. Hold on 1 second. Pepe, hold on 1 second, guys. Pepe, I told you, man, you got to stop doing this before the show. Pepe, you got a serious problem. You need to talk to somebody. All right. After the show, I'm going to take you there. Okay. All right. You need some help, bro. You need some help. We're still live? Oh, man. Sorry about that. I had to have a personal conversation with Pepe. He's been having some issues lately. He's been partying a little too hard lately.
Telling this story according to Roberts. Back in 2015, Roberts stated that we've got a really big story arc, so we're going to split it into a trilogy like Wing Commander 1, 2, and 3. So episode 1 is what people will play this year and has the equivalent of 70 Wing Commander style missions. Episode 2 is Beyond Enemy Lines, which I think that everyone that backed until like 6 million gets for free.
They're going to make a lot of money off of this. They're going to make a lot of money. I think that a lot of people are underestimating the amount of money that Squadron 42 is going to bring in. I think they're going to, I think it's going to do I think we're going to have gangbuster numbers with Squadron 42. I really do. I'm not even a solo player type dude, and I want to get into this. This brings me back to the days of playing Wing Commander, man. And Wing Commander, it was one of the funnest games I've ever played in my entire life. The replayability was off the chart. The choose your own adventure style of gameplay was awesome. And I think I hopped in at least 6 or 7 times to see all the different branches and all the different narratives unfold as the decisions that I made within the game. I think it's an awesome mode for any type of single player format where you're going in and your decisions affect the course of the game. And I think it's going to make a lot more money than people are thinking it's going to make. And I can't wait for it.
And then episode 3 would be the year after. Now, this was set in 2015. Clearly, they missed those deadlines by by a fucking mile. But Squadron 42 is looking to be ambitious as all hell. You play as a recruit in the United Empire of Earth Navy, protecting humanity from threats in space. You live aboard a capital ship, and you get dispatched to various missions within customizable smaller ships, as well as missions done on foot. Think Infinite Warfare if Infinity Ward actually had time to make a game that wasn't on a yearly fucking release cycle. I've been watching The Expanse with my girlfriend, playing Starfield, and now watching this video, it's easy to get lost in the sauce. Some of these shots look absolutely fucking incredible, and I'm finding myself getting excited about something CIG related for the first time, I want to say ever. Gary.
Okay, the first time ever you got excited. You didn't get excited over planetary landing, no transitions. You didn't get excited over walking around and looking at the weather systems, or you like this guy's never been excited. Now he's excited all of a sudden. It's ridiculous, man. I can't stand it. I can't stand it. It smells funky, man. It's all different types of salad vibes hitting my nostrils.
Warning, incoming salad vibes.
Dudes.
Oldman, Gillian Anderson, Mark Hamill,
Dudes.
Liam Cunningham, John Rhys Davis. This cast is insane, and there's even more that I didn't even list, and they look so good in game compared to previous cinematics. And in this 26-minute video, it shows the progress of where they were to where they are now, and it's a night and day difference.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, doesn't it look dated? Oh, there's nothing they're going to be able to do about that because it's dated." I think Big Fry was one of those that like hopped on that wagon. It's like, "Oh, Star Engine, it's so dated. Like by the time this comes out, everything's going to look so dated." Like people don't work there. Like no work's going to be happening there. You know, the 1,000 employees that Cloud Imperium have, and there's obviously it's a stalemate, and there's no work going to be done, and it's all going to be dated. Yeah, okay. And now what? Now you saw it. Now you saw it updated. They honestly, frankly, didn't even need to. It looked good even before that. And in the crazy commentary from people like Big Fry is that the engine looks dated.
Now let's talk about the concerns, which I know a bunch of you are going to be sharing in the comments as this video is playing. As much as this video showed some incredible shots, a star-studded cast, and an overwhelming sense of wow, there were quite a few times where I was watching the frame rate struggle to keep up. Now we know that they're entering this polishing phase now, so I'm hoping that those performance issues get resolved. When comparing it to the performance we've been experiencing in Star Citizen since forever, I know that it's easy to be cynical here, but a lot of the performance and the lag that you experience in Star Citizen is due to their networking, the lack of server meshing, and about a million different things going on outside of base optimization, which yes, that game clearly needs. My hope here is that because Squadron 42 will be completely playable offline, that the focus solely goes into hardware optimization without running into a lot of the issues that Star Citizen has faced, currently faces, and will face for the foreseeable future. It
needs no help from the network. It's a solo play game. Like it's not going to have any network issues because it doesn't need to be on the network. It's a solo play game. Squadron 42 is not relying upon it. And did he not see the meshing? Did he not see the meshing segment in CitizenCon last weekend that we all saw? I mean, like, come on. It's crazy. Not even a mention.
Feels like it should be a more straightforward polish and cleanup phase, but with that being said, it seems pretty ambitious already, so I can imagine we won't be seeing Squadron 42 in any capacity until at least 2025. I see a lot of folks hoping and coping for 2024. Look, I hope it does too. But if there was anything we can take away from CIG is that time and schedules are not their strong suit. Now we know this is an ambitious type.
It's not their strong suit because the amount of gameplay that's going to be in the game because of the scope. You know, like he should understand that. The reason why it's taken so long is because of the scope, period, that no other developer has ever taken on. Nobody's ever taken on an endeavor like this. Nobody in the game development world would ever want to take this on. This is a huge amount of work. We're not talking about that.
Spaceships, cinematics, ground missions, the player controller looks as if it leaves a lot to be desired here. Much like Star Citizen, the FPS gameplay looks stiff and clunky, and it's not like I haven't played clunky FPSs before, and in fact, I haven't let that deter me from my fair share of tactical experiences, but it's
It's not. It doesn't look that clunky to me. I don't know what he's talking about.
Just that. Squadron 42 isn't a tactical shooter, nor does it look like it's very slow paced. There is a huge difference between slow, tactical clunk and fast paced.
What is he talking about? Slow tactical clunk because what? Because they're like at a particular shipping yard area and cement chunks are being blown off. Is that why it's chunky, like, or clunky? Like what? Because of where we're at? What is he talking about? Everything that I'm seeing here looks fluid and good to me. It looks upgraded from what we currently have. Everything in this looks better than what we have currently. And this guy's saying it looks slow, chunky, and clunky.
Stiff animation clunk. And honestly, it just looks less than stellar in the shots here. We know they have lean and great looking scopes.
It looks less than stellar. What is he watching? What is he watching?
And the combat dressings like explosions and destructions, super eye-catching, but the moment-to-moment player movement and weapon handling definitely looks underwhelming compared to.
Dude, why don't you shut up and play the sound effects from that gun, man? That gun was like bomb. The audio is amazing. The video is amazing. What is this guy talking about?
The rest of the game. The reason I say this is watching the player sprint from crouch to other cover, swap to the health pin and back, the motion of re-equipping the weapons looks slow and cumbersome.
What? Maybe if you play Apex, you know what I mean? I mean, what is his main, what is his game? What is his game that he plays? You know? Maybe if you're comparing it to Apex. Roblox, says Orson. Was this guy crazy?
Actual healing animation is smooth and looks great, but the transitions between movement states and animations look strange and just a little bit too clunky for my liking. I think the best way to put
this guy's insane, man.
Shame.
This guy's insane.
Shame. Shame.
Dude, had I never even heard of Star Citizen and I saw this footage, I'd be like, wow, this looks pretty kick-ass. You know, like what kind of crazy, like, does the man not have eyeballs? I mean, had I never even got into Star Citizen and somebody showed me this, I'd be like, wow, what is this? This is looking pretty good. You know what I mean? What is this guy talking about?
Put this is it looks a little bit too much like Star Citizen, and if you know, you know. And I know a lot of you guys are gonna leave comments telling me that this game is spaceship focused first, and like, great.
No, not really. Not really. Would they, like, it doesn't have to be spaceship focused at all. What is he talking about? You don't, I mean, like, yeah, kind of currently in the game, you want to fly around places now, but in the future, you can basically like live on a planet if you wanted to. You don't have to be in space if you don't want to. You're going to have a boring life at this current point in development if you're not flying a spaceship. But like, this is perfectly fine, more so for FPS.
I don't give a fuck. I'm an FPS channel. What do you expect? And this combat, even though visually it looks great.
I mean, if you're watching this dude for FPS content and you're watching his opinion on this, like, I would imagine that he would lose people. They're like, oh, you're an FPS guy and you're saying this about what I'm watching? Like, what?
Great with all of the set dressings and the explosions, the actual gameplay of it looks less than stellar. I'm also a little bit hesitant on just what the actual game design of this is going to be. So like, we know we're on a ship, we know we get dispatched to do missions. What do those missions entail? We see shots of like grabbing barrels, putting them into machines to do things, but we're not actually quite sure like what the objectives are on these missions.
Okay, listen to me. This guy is so salad. This is so salad. This is like security on a ship within Squadron 42 you're flying in, and hopefully we can see these security systems being able to be owned on larger ships in game when we're in the persistent universe, which is the sandbox MMO that we all play right now currently, right? I mean, this guy's not coming from an angle of researching or knowing what the fuck he's even watching. I mean, like, I always try and at least you know, when I'm giving opinions on games, like at least get myself immersed in it before I go too deep down the rabbit hole. And if I want to focus a little bit more on a game, I'll make sure I play the game and I make sure I know what's going on in the game. And then I'll give my opinions about the game. Sometimes I'm watching trailers. Sometimes we're watching things firsthand here, and I just give you like the reaction. Other times, like titles like Falling Frontiers, titles like Manor Lords, where some titles actually grab me, and then I research, and then I go in. Hell, I had the creator of Falling Frontier on the channel. I interviewed him. Awesome dude. You know, I will always take the time when I gravitate towards something that interests me, especially since we're a gaming channel, focus on where it's at and how it got there. What am I even listening to right now?
What kind of puzzles are there going to be? Like, we don't really know what the gameplay loop looks like. You know, when you jump into Infinite Warfare, you're going to be shooting motherfuckers. You're going to be coming back.
What says, I only take advice from hate merchants. I agree with this guy. Like, this is what I'm talking about. That is perfect. Wooksy, you get comment of the year, dude. That was wonderful. Wooksy, congratulations. This is really why I love this community. The people that are coming here, that are chilling out here, man, I love this. To see what it is that you're thinking of, content creators that are coming at you from a very fake angle only to monetize. This is what I'm seeing. And the crazy thing is that these people are glorified and put up on a pedestal and get the most subscribers and get the most views because they're all playing people. I wouldn't even say you. They're not playing you that's watching right now, because that's why you're here. That's why you're here. You see this type of thing, and doesn't it kind of like really rub you the wrong way that these people are the people that people go to for information? Like, what kind of world is this, man? We grew up in like a legacy media format, people in my age group, where like we never really questioned too much the news until like towards the late 80s, early 90s, and we were like, what's going on here? We're being lied to. These corpos, and that build up into the Disney pop age and the Hannah Montana and the Justin Timberlakes, and then we rode it through 2000, and we were like, Jesus, what's going on now with media? Didn't know what it wanted to become. The internet came online, everything started hitting our eyeballs. The internet got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then people started on the internet just vlogging, telling you about their day, maybe doing a couple skits for you, playing a couple games, and then it just started exploding and building upon itself until everybody was trying to tell you everything, and then everybody started becoming a professional. And now I'm calling this the misinformation age. Like, we have exploded to the misinformation age. Starting in 2012, 14, somewhere thereabouts, the internet culture just started getting bigger and bigger, where everybody wanted their own podcast and everybody wanted to become an expert, and now you can't get away from it, and everything's misinformation. Now you got to be very careful who you're getting your information from, man. And like, when I see people in the game development genre that are the, like, apparently the go-tos with everybody. How many subscribers does he have? 321,000 subscribers. I mean, that's just a drop in the bucket at the end of the day. He's still a little fish in the world, man. But, you know, it's crazy to me. It's just crazy to me because, like, it feels very fraudulent. It feels very transparent what this guy's doing. Like, I just feel like exactly what Wookstreet said in his comment, you know, like, hate merchants. You nailed it, dude. You nailed it, Wooks.
Back to the ship. You're going to be deploying. You're going to be shooting motherfuckers and coming back. This one, we're not quite sure. We see a lot of different things going on in this 26-minute video, but where does it all get pieced together? I'm actually really looking forward to the moment where we could see a mission from station to ground and then back. And then
Sanders can't take it. Sanders, too much negativity. I'm sorry, Sanders. Sanders like, I got to get out of here. DG's on his rant. Sanders doesn't like me on my rant. Sanders can't stand me on my rant. Sanders like, all right, this isn't the DG I signed up for. I wanted the nice, lovable, cuddly DG I'm sorry, Sanders. I'm sorry. I'm just getting riled up today. I'm getting riled up.
We can actually get a grasp and see what we're actually going to be doing. I also think a lot of people, myself included in this, are just kind of over the flashy, you know, promotional stuff that CIG's been doing this entire time. It's great for the people that have bought into it. The guys going to CitizenCon, the ones who have the ships, the ones who are on board and will never question anything like this. All of the skeptics, which I actually put myself into in this category, even though I am excited for a lot of things that they're showing, I'm still kind of just over the promotional hype that CIG does every single year, because following shortly after this is going to be another ship sale for Star Citizen.
Oh, he's tired of it. Shut it down. Shut it all down. Shut the revenue machine down. For the very things he's bitching at and the slow progress, Big Fry wants you to shut all production down so no money comes in, and he can be right about why it's taking so long, because no more money or revenue can be made because Big Fry just saying shut it all down. Jesus Christ.
And it's just the cycle always continues with no concrete, playable, finished products in our hands. Yeah, you can play Star Citizen, and like fully agree, Star Citizen isn't a scam in the general sense, but I do think that after this,
what does that even mean, that Star Citizen isn't a scam in the general sense? But it's, what is it, a scam in the specific sense? Like, well, like what kind of sense are we talking about here, Big Fry? It's not a scam in the general sense, you understand? It's only a scam in the detailed sense. Okay, I'm a professional. I know all about game development. It's definitely not the general, only the specific. What is this guy talking about?
This many years of development, and I know there's a lot of defense against it. Like, they had to make technology that does, like, I get it. But as somebody who has criticized CIG and watched the development and watched missed deadlines, like, eventually it becomes, okay, you can show us everything you want, you can say anything you want. When are we getting it? This is a game.
It is like a kid in the backseat of the car. It's like it's like one of your own kids in the backseat, right? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And he's like one of those kids, man. You just like want to drop him off at some gas station.
That when and if it releases and it's good, all of the bullshit, all of the scam calls, all of the hate will be subsided. Will it go away? Fuck no, it's the internet. The goalposts will move, and
it will never go away because of people like Big Fry. I mean, the irony about what he's talking about is exactly the problem that I see. Is he's just propagating it. He's just perpetuating the hate. He said, "Hell no, it won't go away." Well, yeah. If it went away, he wouldn't be able to make a living off of the hate. He wouldn't be able to monetize everybody out there to click, thinking that this dude knows what he's talking about.
There will be something else people will be freaking out about. With that,
like yourself. Like yourself. What is this guy? Is this for real? Is this even for real?
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Like, is he that oblivious?
Said, I think I'm at a point where following the development of both Squadron 42 and Star Citizen might actually be worth my time. I'm not saying I'm going to cover every update, that's impossible, but this CitizenCon is the first.
Oh no, you're not going to cover every update. Oh no, what will we do with our lives, Big Fry? What will we do with our lives without you covering every update? Oh no.
Time in years where I've looked over the fence and thought, damn, this could actually be something. Which means the diehard fans.
Oh, this could actually be something. You mean like it's not anything right now? It's not anything right now at all. I can see somebody watching this and being like, this guy is a complete white knight. This guy is just so white knight. He's so lost. Get these comments like that. Dude, I'm just a dude that had some discretionary income that wants the everything game. Simple as that. And I'm willing to wait because I have patience. Is it taking a hell of a long time? Yes. Is the scope amazingly big? Yes. So for like all those haters that want to jump on the DG as a white knight train and get all like, oh, this guy, look at him ripping into Big Fry. This guy thinks he knows everything and blah, 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 blah. Dude, there's one thing I promise all of you watching. I will never become this. I couldn't. It would go against everything. I'm super passionate about just being here with you, having a great day, watching things you guys find interesting. This is one of those things. And I understand why, because you're watching this and you're thinking to yourself, man, like, can there be anything faker than this right now? I don't think so. I don't think so.
To have been here for years must have all died from spontaneous load blowing after watching some of this stuff. Keep your heads on straight. Don't get caught up in the hype. And
these guys want to promote being a wet towel. Like, oh, you can't be excited. You can't be a fan. Let's just keep putting that sad trombone on. Let's keep putting like how is that entertainment, man? How is that entertainment when a dude is coming on giving you information about something that you are a fan of that you want to play? You're a gamer. You're a gamer. You want to play cool shit. You want to have a good time, man. You want to have fun. You want to laugh. You want to smile, right? And then like some dude comes on and you're excited about a game that you want to play, that you want to be a part of. And then some dude just takes a massive shit all over the experience that you want to take. And then you're just supposed to be like, oh, thanks very much. Can I have another? And then click into the next thing, and everything is like sad trombone and depressing and depressing and depressing and depressing and depressing. Like, I don't even understand that. That's a form of self-mutilation. Like, why would you do that to yourself?
wait to see what happens. But I'd be lying if I wasn't smiling the entirety of watching that 26-minute video.
Oh, but he was smiling, though. He was smiling through all the negativity and through all the towel drenching, all that wet towel on top of your head. He was smiling underneath that wet towel that he was putting down on you. That's very important. Don't forget that. You had that very wet towel of the commentary from this man, but he was smiling underneath that wet towel, man. He was smiling under all that sad
You guys can watch the VOD on YouTube for my full reaction to that video. But just going through some of these shots here, even though my focus isn't on like boat missions and stuff, the environment shot here when they're going through this little ravine with the valleys and the cliff sides, dude, the textures and the fucking just the environment shots here are just insane. The lighting in this part with the space kind of floating through the
I won't. I'm done with this. I am literally done with this. It's ridiculous.